Welcome to today's edition of the Exploring Mining podcast, featuring stock news from TSX, TSXV, CSE, ASX, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange mining companies, plus interviews with CEOs and leading experts. Hey folks, this is Sam Mowers here, back with another episode of the Exploring Mining podcast. For stock news today, we'll check out the latest from Hudbay Minerals Inc., Endeavour Silver Corp., Gold Standard Ventures Corp., Athabasca Minerals Inc., and ALX Uranium Corp. So Hudbay Minerals Inc., which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol HBM, has released its third quarter 2019 financial results. These included a net loss and loss per share of $274.8 million and $1.05 respectively, compared to a net profit and earnings per share of $22.8 million and 9 cents respectively in the third quarter of 2018. Peter Kukielski, the interim president and CEO, commented, quote, "In the third quarter, Hudbay continued to deliver solid operating results with record quarterly mill throughput at Constancia and strong cost performance in both Peru and Manitoba. Constancia continues to operate at full capacity despite regional logistical challenges during the quarter, and we are proud of the team's ability to adapt and overcome these external issues. Manitoba continues to maximize production from the 777 mine, and the new Britannia mill refurbishment remains on schedule for completion in late 2021. At Rosemont, we intend to appeal the recent court decision as we evaluate next steps for the project. We are on track to achieve our full-year production guidance, and we look forward to advancing the various organic growth opportunities within our portfolio." End quote. Endeavour Silver Corp., which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol EXK, has reported positive initial drill results for the El Curso property in Durango, Mexico. Highlights from the first 10 drill holes include 1,182 grams per ton of silver and 3.07 grams per ton of gold for 1,427 grams per ton of silver equivalent. That silver equivalent is using a silver to gold ratio of 80:1 over a 5.1 meter true width, and defines a 200 meter long and 200 meter deep northwest extension of the high-grade Porvenir Quattro ore body. Gold Standard Ventures Corp., which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange American under the ticker symbol GSV, has discovered a new high-grade oxide zone at the LT target on its 100% owned and controlled railroad pinion project in Nevada's Carlin Trend. Jonathan Odd, the CEO and director of Gold Standard, explained, quote, "Our recent South Railroad PFS demonstrates a project with robust operating margins. We continue to focus on enhancing the project economics, extending the mine life through the conversion of inferred ounces to reserves, and reducing the upfront capital costs. With the PFS milestone behind us, we are excited to be back exploring for new discoveries that could complement our current resources and reserves. LT is one of a handful of new opportunities that will now get the attention they deserve." End quote. Athabasca Minerals Inc., which is currently traded on the TSXV under the ticker symbol ABM, has announced that the TSX Venture Exchange has approved a change to the company's stock ticker symbol. Effective at market opening on Friday, November 15th, 2019, the corporation's common shares will trade on the TSXV under the new symbol AMI, replacing the historical symbol of ABM, according to the press release. Robert Bequizin, the CEO of AMI, explained, quote, "It is fitting to have secured AMI as the new stock ticker symbol, and we look forward to its future use. The corporation is already commonly referred to as AMI by companies with whom we do business, by regulatory authorities, by staff, and by stakeholders alike. It is the acronym for the parent corporation and is embedded in one form or another in its subsidiaries. For example, AMI Silica Inc., the corporation's Silica Sand Division, and Aggregates Marketing Inc., the corporation's technology-enabled midstream aggregates division. Although a subtle change, it represents an early step in a rebranding campaign that will unfold in the coming weeks and months as we progressively transform and expand AMI beyond the corporation's regional origins." End quote. And ALX Uranium Corp., which is traded on the TSXV under the ticker symbol AL, has received initial analytical results from a reconnaissance prospecting program at its 100% owned Falcon Nickel project in northern Athabasca region of Saskatchewan, Canada. Grab samples analyzed on a rush basis and returned values of up to 3.13% nickel and 0.367% copper, along with anomalous values of cobalt. Warren Stanier, the CEO and chairman of ALX, commented, quote, Falcon shows the potential to host world-class magmatic nickel-copper-cobalt deposits, yet the property was only sporadically explored over the last half-century. During our first visit to the property, we confirmed the fertility of the project for nickel, copper, and cobalt mineralization associated with anomalous values of gold, platinum, and palladium. The next step at Falcon is to locate a potentially higher-grade source area for the abundant mineralization found near surface. End quote. Well, that does it for today's Exploring Mining podcast. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. InvestorIdeas.com reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. All investment involves risk, and this podcast is not meant to be an endorsement to buy or sell securities or products. To hear more podcasts, you can go to InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, iHeart.com, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, and SoundCloud.